Hey, fuck, that camera's got fucked up. Anyway. Hey, guys, it's Steve again, and the camera's fine. It'll be fine. And we're gonna play some Mercenary Mosh Pit, and I'm gonna have to go around the camera so I can go on the other side of it. But, yeah. So, this is the second commentary in one day. And I kind of got the hang of it off the first one, and I think this is going to be the real first episode, depending on how the response is. You know, not just a pilot. I think this is going to be a real response to a real, like, number one to my tour of Steve's head video. And you guys can't even hear me. So, you know, it's going to be like the real one, not, you know, just a pilot to get it to... Just to get it to go and see how the series plays out. And I'm going to make a playlist out of it when I get like 3 or 4 of them up so you guys can hear what I'm thinking about. And, you know, this is really just going to be what I'm thinking about at the time. Rubber knife. Crap, it was a teammate. But, like, it's just going to be what I'm thinking about. And right now I'm thinking about... I'm really thinking about, like, politics, and if you guys don't live in the United States, you really don't understand the United States, you really don't understand politics here too well, I guess. Here is more, it's obvious that everybody knows there's more than one party. And I don't know, I'm rather easily swayed at this point. Because I find both have kind of good beliefs, like the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I like the Republican Party better. I believe in pro-choice. And when I tell people I'm Republican and I believe in pro-choice, they're like, what? Gasp? And, you know, it's stupid because, you know, I have my own beliefs. I'm not going to be like a straight-up Republican where I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's right all the time. No. I do agree with President Obama, like, one-fifth of every, like, 10 minutes, like, every year he's in office. Like the Libya situation, he says, I don't need congressional approval to use military force in Libya, and it's true because it's not war. It's not a wartime scenario, so it doesn't need congressional approval to not go to war. And I think it's stupid. We're going back to our isolationist belief that the Republicans want to go back to isolationism. We worked so hard to get out of isolationism and to put the world in the situation we have it in at this point. That if we go to isolationism, the world's gonna be like, what the fuck? The fuck, America, what are you doing? And it's stupid, and I don't believe in what they're saying. Like, Joe Boehner, I do like him a lot. I do like the House. I don't like the president, I don't like our president right now. I don't agree with him. I'm gonna say it, I don't agree with the liberal, you know, agenda. And, you know, Obamacare and Romney Care, it's really the lesser of two evils you're looking at with Romney Care. Because Obamacare is just pushing old people off a cliff and letting them go. It's really how it's put, and that was a commercial about Romney Care, and I didn't agree with it. I was like, that was a low blow. That was a low blow there, Democrats, and, you know, I don't know. It's going to be 2 games into 1 because this game ended right after I joined. But, you know, like, I don't know. Politics are really corrupt and stupid now, and, you know, things are just getting out of hand with, like, certain things. Like, Obama's taken more vacations in his first 2 years in office than Bush took in 8 years, actually. And the budget deficit's at higher than it was now than it was in Bush's 8 years of presidency. I liked Bush. You don't have to agree with me. I thought he was a good president, conservative belief. But the thing with... That's a pretty cool emblem. But the thing with, you know, socialized healthcare, I don't believe in it. Because the fact that every socialized healthcare around the world is failing. And America's not looking at the big picture of it failing at the point where they're like, oh, this is fine, it'll work out. No. It's not good. It's not a good idea where people have to wait months for life-saving surgeries. And it's a terrible, terrible idea to have such something like that come about in America, the land of democracy, of the free, of choice, the land of opportunity. And it's really like the land of opportunity, yes. The land of democracy, yeah. Land of the free, home of the brave that's what we stand by. That's what America is. That's what people look to us as. And if we bring about socialized healthcare and we can clearly see it's failing around the world, then that's not good. That's not a good idea. It's not a good perception of what America is going to put to the world of what we're saying. Well, like, hey, it's failing. Guess what? America's going to do it. And then we're going to fail at it. And something stupid's going to happen. And it's not going to end well. And I'm going to move on to my next topic, which is, well, this is going to sound really stupid, but the economy. We are looking at, according to the reports from, Wall Street, well, not really Wall Street, but, just in general, just the reports, I don't know where they get them from, but, just like, unemployment's at 9.1%. This is the last time I saw this. And that's the first time in, like, a year, almost. But, and the Obama administration's like, hey, we did good, we got it, under 10%. Yeah, under 10%, but 9% still too much unemployed people. That's a couple million unemployed people in America. That's not good, and I don't understand why people, like, oh yeah, it's good. No, the economy's in the shitter, to put it quite frankly. We are looking at a double dip recession, and this is really all I know. Like, I watch Fox News. Oh, Fox News. No, I watch Bill O'Reilly and Hannity. Yes, very, very to the right. I understand. Freak out in the comments. I don't care. But what happens is, like, I don't really understand as well as I probably should, and I don't understand as well as I appear to sound that I understand it. I understand that's a bad thing. I understand why it's a bad thing. I don't understand whose idea it is to keep spending money in this time. The government just keeps spending money. And they just need to, in order to grow, they just need to pull their money and stop the spending, and then the economy will grow because consumer spending. But I really don't understand how that works all that well. So if you do, you can explain it to me in the comment. You can explain it to me in the comments and stuff. But I really don't get it all that well. It's really just Hang on a second, I'm telling the other half of Legit Brownies what I'm doing, because he keeps sending me messages on Facebook. So I gotta tell him, stop, I'm doing another commentary. And, yeah, I'm doing pretty good this game, I don't know. I don't know, this might be a good one for me. It might not be a shitty game that I got on, the last one I'm in the middle of uploading that one right now, too. Oh shit, I did hit the window. Yeah, I'm in the middle of uploading the pilot episode to this series. I'm going to check and see how far that's going now. Oh, it's more than halfway. Good. Alright, it's 78%. That's good. Didn't die that round, so I'm still 2-1, guys. Hey, got one. Cool. But yeah, like the economy. I don't know who I'm voting for. If I was eligible to vote, I would vote. I don't know who I'd vote for anymore. I really don't. Drifter said this great quote in his video, Worms 2. Yes, Worms 2. He made a great quote in playing that game. But the quote was, "Never give an honest man power, it'll only ruin him." And I believe he said that was his great-grandfather's quote. His great-grandfather must have been a very smart man to say a quote like that, because it's true. It's one of those things that if you do... Fuck you! It's one of those things that you do from, It's one of those things you do that eventually you're just like, oh, shit, I can do whatever I want. Awesome! And then you do, and then you get, it's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. And we got a random guy talking about some kid's mom. Oh, he's a tough guy. Tough. So yeah. You know, stupid shit like that. Just it's stupid how nobody understands. You know, even the president doesn't understand how the government works anymore. He just thinks everything will go away when he smiles and waves. I mean, Mr. Obama, he could be the nicest man in the world, but politically he doesn't know what he's doing. It's just, I don't know, I'm not hating on him, I'm just expressing, you know, I'm using my First Amendment right and expressing my political views. And this is what's on my mind, and this is what the series is about, what's on my mind. So, if you don't like it, don't watch. That's all I have to say to you guys. That's all I have to say to you right now. And if you're like, oh, the economy's getting better, nah, it's not growing, so it's not getting better. It's kind of just it's kind of fluctuating very rapidly. You know? And it's just, I don't know.
Let's see, team. Get ready for next round.
Again, sorry, I'm talking on Facebook. But, you know, like, liberals are very, very, like, pro certain things, like, oh yeah, and by the way, one thing I can say I really don't like is communism. Communism, I absolutely hate communism, so, liberals I can tolerate to an extent. I don't like when they do, you know, like, debates and stuff, because they never answer questions. Conservatives, I do, you know, I like better than liberals. I do agree with them nine times out of one. 9 times out of 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Way to go with math, Steve. 9 times out of 10, I agree with the conservative belief more than I do, you know, the liberal. But the thing with communism, it's good in. This is gonna sound really stupid. It's good in theory, but never good in practice. Because nobody applies it right. It's a great idea. Hey, everyone's on equal terms. There's no upper echelon. There's no poor. Everyone's just dirt poor together. You know, it's just like, okay, well that sounds okay. And for countries like the Soviet Union at the time, yeah, it was a great idea. They had no money. They had nothing to lose. And Mikhail Gorbachev realized that communism can only take you so far. And then that's why the Soviet Union collapsed in 1990. Oh my god, that's a guy. In 1991. Communism can only take you so far, and that's why I think China's a communist government. They're growing. China's in the middle of growing right now, and that's a bad thing for America, because eventually, if they keep making everything the way they do, the world is not going to need America anymore. They can be like, hey, guess what? You don't make anything anymore. We don't need you. It's going to be one of those stupid things, and it's going to be overtime. You know, it's like the world's not gonna need. The world doesn't particularly like America. I don't know, you're gonna say, oh, that's not true. It's true to like a 90% extent, except for like even countries we're allied with. Technically, you know, there's sometimes they're like, they're iffy with them. They're iffy with us. And like, and it's like, and it's stupid because countries, you know. Oh shit! I just completely lost my train of thought. What was I? I was saying something about how I was saying how countries don't like America. Why the world doesn't like America, and the world doesn't like America is because in the early 1900s we were like, fuck you guys, and just went and did whatever the hell we wanted for like, 100+ years. Oh shit! That's napalm, and that's not good. Like you can't do that. Like we did it. You just what the fuck? I was inside. You can do it, we did it, it's just a bad idea because it's gonna piss off a lot of people, you know? And it's one of those things where you're just like, oh, the world, you know, the only reason we were such a powerful country, why everybody because we made everything, so the world had to deal with us in order to get what they needed. That's why we had all the money. Now the world doesn't need us. So, the gameplay is coming to a close here, guys. But the world doesn't need us. So, I'm just gonna finish my thought here. The world doesn't need us anymore. So, they're not gonna deal with a country they don't like if they don't need anything that country has. What do we have? McDonald's and fucking... That's about it. Like, so, you know, I'm just gonna stop ranting now. And, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Legit.